it is easier for Gachagua to endorse Ruto to be president than him to endorse Kalonzo to be president. Keep that in mind.
My name is Michael Ndonye, and today in the Political Oracle is Dr. Michael Ndonye. Karibu sana daktari.
Asante.
Uko aje?
Niko poa Michael.
Long time.
Yeah, long time too.
To discuss Kalonzo.
Oh, Kalonzo Musyoka. Yeah, from 𝐶𝐴𝐴𝐺𝐿.
Sikuru iko kitu yama.
By the Kalonzo Musyoka is not a Kamba.
Is that?
I don't know. He's Tharaka.
But we come from Ukambani.
No, the things in the village says Kalonzo Musyoka is not a Kamba really. That is a Tharaka. Actually, where he comes from is called 𝐶𝐴𝐴𝐺𝐿. 𝐶𝐴𝐴𝐺𝐿 is not even a Kamba. Anyway, those are
so story for another day.
Maybe I don't know why Musyoka people say that he is not a Kamba. But anyway, that is neither here nor there.
Kalonzo is not a newcomer in Kenyan politics.
Yeah.
He has built a reputation by joining coalition after coalition. How has this built his reputation in Kenyan politics?
Okay, yeah, Kalonzo Musyoka is a gentleman. First of all, we need to say he has stood the test of time. He's a very clean politician. So clean that Kenyans have found it hard to elect him. I know this is controversial, but sometimes politics is dirty. Politics hates clean people, like Kalonzo Musyoka. I don't know that Kalonzo Musyoka has any scandal.
I've never heard.
He doesn't have. But Kenyans do not elect people without scandals. Okay, leave that alone. You have asked me a question. Kalonzo Musyoka from 2007. Let me take you back a little. In 2005, we had a referendum. The first referendum. Because President Kibaki, when he became president, one of the things that he promised is that he was to deliver us a new constitution. In 2005, 2 years to the elections, President Kibaki decided to give us a new constitution.
I, Mwai Kibaki, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Republic of Kenya, declare that the Constitution set out in a schedule shall be the new Constitution of Kenya with effect from the 27th August, the year 2010.
The politicians could not agree. And out of that fracas, he had to sack some people, including the then Minister for Roads, who was Raila Amolo Odinga, Kalonzo Musyoka. And in 2007, Kalonzo Musyoka was ranked by one research institution. It used to be called Stedman, as the most preferred candidate, followed by Raila Odinga, far second. So Kalonzo Musyoka would score around 90%. Raila would have 20s.
That is in 2007?
2005.
2005.
And that is why, during that election, the one 𝐾𝐳𝐿, the IEBC of that time, it used to be called ECK, said we are going to have a referendum and we are going to have two choices, two candidates. One, ni Chungwa, two, ni Ndizi.
This constitution gives the president a power over dictatorship. So we must avoid it and say no.
And that was the birth of ODM, Kenya. And Kalonzo Musyoka himself and his lawyer, Maanzo, registered ODM Kenya. But Raila Odinga was making a lot of noise, telling Stedman, munatumia sura. Kalonzo Musyoka was very handsome. Maybe Gen Zs do not know this. So Raila Odinga would complain that you are ranking me above Kalonzo Musyoka because I'm ugly. I'm not as handsome. Of course, there were some other handsome guys, the likes of Balala. You understand? But Kalonzo was the most preferred candidate between 2005 towards 2007 when they formed the Pentagon. And Kalonzo Musyoka thought, because technically he owned ODM, he was going to be picked in the boardroom to be presidential candidate. He was not picked. Kumbe, Raila Odinga decided to undertake him. And they registered a parallel party called ODM without Kenya. So when Kalonzo was trying to walk out with the ODM, was told, we are not talking about that ODM. We are talking about another ODM. And Kalonzo felt conned. And he decided to run against Raila Odinga. And against Kibaki was in PNU that time. And Kalonzo decided to tell ODM, nitapita katikati yenu. So the Kalonzo Musyoka ran in 2007 to make sure Raila does not become president. There is nothing new under the sun. And when Raila was not sworn as president and Kibaki was sworn in, Kalonzo was already in government. And that is what brought out the name Watermelon. Of course, Watermelon was a name which was crafted by the one Atuoli. Yeah, and that is stuck with the Kalonzo Musyoka.
He was the vice president.
Come 20, and he became vice president. Raila became the prime minister. Of course, the second prime minister. Who was the first prime minister in Kenya?
Kenyatta.
Gen Z amjui siasa.
Jomo Kenyatta.
Oh, it was Jomo Kenyatta, yes. And Kalonzo fought with Raila throughout the coalition government. Until 2013, when they realized we have to come together, man. Because here we have two guys whom we thought are going to ICC. But they seem to be very possible. So Kalonzo was forced to now go to Raila Odinga for two reasons. One, he wanted to save his reputation. Two, he had no place with Uhuru Kenyatta because he was in government and them themselves, they delivered together with Raila Odinga. They handed over William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta to ICC. They were initially Ocampo 7. Ocampo was the prosecutor. And since that time, Kalonzo has never healed. And he followed Raila Odinga from that time. There is another reason why Kalonzo Musyoka is constantly in opposition. Kalonzo Musyoka is a product of the system, but his people, Kamba people, are opposition people. I know this one, people may not understand what I mean, but Ukambani is Luo Nyanza, politically. So his people are in opposition, but him himself, he is in the system. So to be able to maintain his political kingship in Ukambani, he has to be in opposition. Because Kamba people have never supported government. Yeah. Historically, they have never. Just analyze them very well with a keen eye. Kamba people are Luo Nyanza. The difference between Kambas and Luo is only that Luos are outspoken, Kambas are loyal people.
So they have been voting for Raila.
In fact, Luos and Kambas have been together even during the time of emergency. There were roadblocks. And only two tribes would be allowed to pass those roadblocks. The Kambas and Luos. They were said to be good people. But Gikuyus walikuwa wanaona moto. Yeah. So even pre-independence Kenya, the colonialists ranked or they placed Luos and Kambas as in the same class. Loyal people, good managers. You just make a Luo a supervisor and they are done. They will put on a suit and supervise your work well. Then Kambas were loyal people. You give them work they do without questioning. Even if you don't pay them, they like their work. if you look at that history up to now, Kalonzo Musyoka has to be in opposition because I'm trying to answer your question.
Yeah.
Kalonzo Musyoka has to be in opposition because his people are opposition.
That is the history of Kalonzo. Now he is in Gachagua's opposition.
Yeah.
What can we expect?
They are not going very far because Kalonzo has not been lucky. Kalonzo Musyoka is with Gachagua on this expectation that Gachagua will be barred by the constitution from running for presidency. So Kalonzo was going as an alternative candidate to Gachagua. And now that the chances of Gachagua being in the ballot in 2027 are very high, Kalonzo is not likely to stay there because Gachagua is not his family. Kalonzo's family is Raila Odinga and William Ruto.
And they are in the government.
Yeah.
And you have said Kalonzo
He supports opposition simply because his people are opposition. Secondly, know this. His people are Luo Nyanza. Now that their leader,
is in the government.
Raila Odinga, is in government, Kalonzo will follow, likely to follow. So I'm not seeing the head of Kalonzo with Gachagua. Because Gachagua cannot make Kalonzo running mate. And that is the same thing let me tell you, Kikuyu cannot make Kalonzo deputy. It is the same thing that happened in 2022. The wish of Uhuru Kenyatta was Kalonzo becomes the running mate. It could not work.
We have said that Kalonzo has been in opposition for so long.
No. Kalonzo is usually in government.
In government?
Yeah. His soul, the Kalonzo's political soul is in government, but the body is in opposition. He has never left government.
So we are likely to see him go back to the government again.
He should go back because if he had stuck with his stand as a government and leave his people alone, they would have followed him and he would have stood a better chance. Kalonzo is not an opposition leader. Kalonzo cannot oppose. Yeah. Opposition is not for soft-hearted people like Kalonzo. Opposition is for gangs. Yeah. Rebellion is not for royal family people. No, rebellion is not caused by princes. Rebellion is done by gangs. And Kalonzo is not a political gang. Yeah.
Now in the current opposition that he is in, what is his role there? How will he strengthen the unity in that coalition?
He will not strengthen unity. Yeah. There is no unity, first of all, to be strengthened. Which unity is there? The only unity which is with Gachagua is him and himself. Because Gachagua, people are not with him because they love him. And I said this again and again. People who went to Gachagua when he was impeached, they never went to him because they love him. They went to him because consciously or unconsciously they desired and they knew he is strong, he is a kingmaker, and he will not run for president, so he will endorse one of them, including Matiangi.
Actually, they are set to launch the coalition name, the symbol, and the slogan.
Let them launch.
Will it strengthen the coalition?
No, I'm not a prophet of doom. But Gachagua has good intentions. But I have a problem with the people who are with him. Starting with Karua, Kalonzo, Matiangi, all those people. They don't have good intentions that Gachagua has. They don't. He is with the wrong team. Yeah. And that is what will weaken him. Because Karua is Raila Odinga. Kalonzo is Ruto. Malala, I hear he has even been kicked out of the party. I don't know. The other person is who? Matiangi. Matiangi is in the US. He is not in Kenya. He is not interested in politics. And I said this, as long as he has no political party, he will not enter into the gate of the boardroom where presidents are determined. He cannot enter without a political party. Who is not a serious candidate? Who else?
Eugene Wamalwa.
Eugene Wamalwa was a one-term MP. One term. So Eugene Wamalwa, I think he has never been very strong and determined to be. He He is a politician because it is good to be a politician in their family.
How does the history of Kalonzo being in coalition affected voters' behavior?
Of course, whenever he supports Raila Odinga, we know he has the 2.1 votes or whatever the votes the Kambani has. Yeah. And he supports Raila Odinga. One of the strongest chord that has kept Raila Odinga and Kalonzo Musyoka was 𝐾𝐚𝐥𝐿 and the former governor for Makueni, Professor 𝐉𝐵𝐻𝐾𝐧𝐭, because those are Raila Odinga's proselytes. They were with him. They were young thugs of 1990s. So the only thing that has been keeping Kalonzo Musyoka in the opposition is his people and also connection with the opposition. Nothing else.
And Daktari, if he becomes the flag bearer for the coalition, where Gachagua is he able to beat President Ruto come 2027?
No. I doubt whether, first of all, Kalonzo Musyoka can be given to be flag bearer by Gachagua. You know, sometimes we underrate that Gachagua is closer to Ruto more than he is closer to Kalonzo Musyoka. Yeah. Gachagua is more closer to Ruto. Hii matusi ingine ni ya kawaida. If they decide to come together, within an hour, they will be together. So Gachagua will find it easier going back to government than he would find it easier endorsing Kalonzo Musyoka to be president. This is what I mean. Gachagua better endorse Ruto than endorse Kalonzo Musyoka.
But they are in the same coalition right now.
But that does not mean endorsement. Relationship in politics are read through history. And I've said it is easier for Gachagua to endorse Ruto to be president than him to endorse Kalonzo to be president. Keep that in mind.
So the coalition is likely to break.
There is no coalition. There is no coalition there. I've not seen any coalition there. And when there will be a coalition, I will tell them. Yeah.
They are coming up with the coalition name. I think
let them come with the coalition name. Let them have coalition houses. Let them have coalition everything. But if you read history and the relationship of these people who have come together, you will understand that there is no bond. It's like you are boiling water and oil, and you are expecting the more you boil it, it will mix. They won't. They cannot mix. Yeah, because of their intention. Yeah.
Everybody has his own intentions.
The coalition was brought together because of those interests. And that is why having a third force coalition will threaten that coalition. Yeah, because Gachagua hajaachana na Ruto, they are still together. You want me to prove?
Prove.
Let me tell you, even in relationships, munaelewa relationship ni emergency.
Sana.
If you have an ex and you are always scrolling their phone and looking at their numbers every day, you have not left them. Ita Gachagua hapa. Tell him to talk about politics. The first thing he will mention is William Ruto. He is still together. They are still together. It's only that they are pretending. Is that Gachagua is pretending, but he still cannot forget Ruto. You will know Gachagua is out of Ruto when he will go to an interview, do an interview and never mention William Ruto. That is when you will believe that Gachagua and Ruto are now not together. Yeah. But as long as he is just closing his mouth, Ajahil, they are still together. I'm telling you, you are using a very simple thing, relationship. Go and define that person who is always complaining 1 month, 2 months, 3 months about the ex. Akona namba yake, they are still scrolling. Akiamuka asubuhi anajaribu kuangalia kama amepost, kuangalia kama picha yake iko, amesema nini, amepost nini. What do you call that? Stalking.
Stalking.
If that person who is stalking you and muliachana, as long as they are stalking you, if you just call them, they will pick your phone. Na wakuuliza tukutane wapi mami? babe, tukutane. It's the same thing. It's the same thing in politics. If Ruto wakes up one morning and calls Gachagua, amwambie we bana, si unajua tulitoka mbali ba. How is pastor? How is Pastor Dorcas? Anaendelea aje ata brother? How is intercessor? Rachel? Tunaendelea vizuri. Si tukutane tu tumalize hii mambo. Mtaachwa kwa mataa. I assure you mtaachwa kwa mataa. So Gachagua is still with Ruto.
Wengine wataenda wapi sasa? Akina Matiangi.
Si ndio wataachwa kwa mataa. Ndio wataachwa kwa mataa. That is how politics is.
Thank you so much, Daktari, for such a moment. We have come to the end of our session. Until we meet again, bye-bye.